What is up, Virtual Village? Welcome to our nightly reading. You already know what it is. It's your boy Q,
And
and
it's
I'm
your boy Paul
yes,
right here.
sir. So we're
Yes.
here. We're here. We're getting ready. We got some great reads for you guys tonight. We got some great books. And you know what? Before we get started to all this, have you heard we got a new drip, Paul?
We got new drip.
The new drip. Yeah, I heard it's coming in. I heard you can get online.
I think you might need to pull that up.
I think I just might. I think I
Pull
just
that
might.
up. Pull that up. Let's see that.
Yeah, let's see it real quick. Bam. Can the people see the drip?
They can see. They can see the drip.
Let me
As
blow
you
it up real
see,
quick.
we have T-shirts, limited edition, Virtual Village 2020. Now you know we got to rep the Virtual Village gang, clever community in action, the Literacy Gang. Go down to the Literacy Gang one.
Literacy game. This one of my favorites. I'm not gonna lie.
That is heat. Like I think that's the best one. I would invest. I would use my paycheck on that.
Whole
Quick.
time.
That's what I'm using it on. I'm using my paycheck directly on that shirt right there.
We also got this right here.
I like that one too, but I really like the Literacy Gang. And we're like culturally affirming. So, and we do a lot of literacy here. So the shirt, if you want to express your love, just cop a shirt right there.
Yeah, cop a shirt whole time. I mean, I'm definitely gonna get mine soon. Shoot,
Yeah,
it should
I'm
be in the mail anytime.
Yeah. So today we have a very interesting show for you all. We have a lot of poetry, and we have just we're just hanging out here on in the virtual village, and yeah.
Yeah, and we're chilling. But before we get started, I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in and
Thank you.
Mommy, community in action, but oh my, let us down to that. Look, daddy, there's a book for me too, but oh my, let us down to that. Creative, affirming, and culture for me too. Look, granny, let us down to that. Look, granny, let us down to that. Look, granny, let us down to that. Learning, exploring my history, you see. Look, mommy, let us down to that. We confident, we practice, and develop fluency. Look, daddy, let us down to that. Families, they bind and they representing me. Look, granny, let us down to that. Look, I'm here, let us down to that. Nice, I see, let us down to that. So reliable, culturally relevant. Sit back and listen to the wisdom while we represent. So reliable, culturally relevant. Readers to leaders, they hold it down where they have to sit. So reliable, culturally relevant. Sit back and listen to the wisdom while you represent. So reliable, culturally relevant. Readers to leaders, they hold it down, yeah, they have to sit. Look, mommy, community in action. Well, oh my, let us down to that. Look, daddy, there's a book for me too. Well, oh my, let us down to that. Creative, affirming, culture for me too. Look, ready, let us down to that.
Yo, shout out to Miss Portia for that awesome theme song. I love the sound of that. That's just me. I love.
And like what Miss Star said, is her new ringtone, so she love it, and I love it too. So just keep making more heat.
Yes. So I feel like we should go ahead and start getting ready with our first reader for tonight. Right, Paul?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So our first reader, you guys, if you tune in Wednesdays, you guys might know her. I know she's been on here a couple times. Her sister been on here. She's quite familiar with the village community. So let's go ahead and bring her up. One of our influencers, Miss Ayana.
How are you doing?
Oh, how are you guys?
We're doing good.
Doing great.
Y'all are doing amazing as hosts.
I'm sorry?
Y'all are doing an amazing job as host.
Oh, thank you. You did pretty good last time as well.
Yeah, thank you.
So how are you doing, Ayana?
I'm doing good. I'm excited.
That's good. And what will you be reading for us today?
Okay, so I'll be reading my own original poem entitled Is Justice Blind?
Okay. So we will leave you to read your poem, and everybody enjoy.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. So I originally wrote this poem 2 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, and it debuted on our Teen Takeover night, but I'm here to read the revised version, and I hope you enjoy. The word black, associated with a negative connotation, the skin color involved with mass incarceration. Black is a stereotype that people can't get around, assuming where a threat hands up, don't make a sound. From Ahmaud Arbery to Philando Castile, innocent Black men who were both shot and killed. George Floyd and Eric Gardner both said, "I can't breathe," choked to death, leaving their families to grieve. Amadou Diallo and Morgan Scott, who were both victims of being hunted down and shot. Mike Brown and Freddie Gray, lifeless bodies in a casket put on display. They didn't think their life would end in that way, hunted down by a predator who searches for and kills their prey. But Lord, I pray that their lives are worth more in heaven than they were down here. From my mouth to God's ear, no more tears. One bullet after another piercing their skin, time after time, this is sadly how it ends. Fatherless children, heart-wrenching mothers, sisters who lost their younger or older brothers, families being broken apart, the list of those shot and killed. Again, where do I even start? 12-year-old Samir Rice, who was just trying to have some fun, was shot and killed because they thought it was a real gun. Trayvon Martin was only 17 with a life ahead of him that he could not live to see. He had aspirations and things that he wanted to be. Little boys dying, mothers crying, our community at a detriment mourn. Our hearts are constantly being broken and torn. Life isn't fair, nor is it just, but it gets to the point where enough is enough. We have to give a voice to the voiceless, the ones that no longer have a voice. Stay silent or speak out. We all have that choice. Silence won't protect us. Stand up and stand out. Show the world what we believe and what we're about. If we remain seated, a chain of unexplained killings will form to our people. This will become our new norm. Another Black man shot and killed who allegedly posed the threat. For being Black, they say, that's what you get. They say I feared for my life as an excuse. They shoot and kill, their power abused. They say hands up, don't even move. Another murder, although we did what we were told. Another investigation of a killing unfolds. Black lives are worthless, they say. Shooting and killing our race and always getting away. The worth of our Black lives are on a linear decline. I constantly ask myself, is justice blind? Why should we have to fight for justice? Justice should be for all, but they exclude just us. The worthless minority, it's all for the majority. We are no longer safe and we have fallen for your illusion, thinking we were free and equal, which was certainly a delusion. We keep asking for what we deserve, which is justice, which you continuously neglect to give to just us. You seem to be just fine. No news stories on white crime. You don't get pulled over for being white, but we get pulled over for being Black, which just isn't right. Walking while Black, talking while Black, just being Black is a disadvantage that we have to sadly learn to manage. Son, when pulled over, keep your hands on the wheel. Don't move a muscle. Please remain still. Don't reach in your pocket and don't say a word, because if you do, gunshots might be heard. Just do what they tell you and you'll be just fine. Wait, no, son, that last line, I was lying. There is no guarantee. We can do everything we're supposed to, but that's not what the officer sees. He sees a comb in our pocket and calls that a gun. We aren't even protected when going out for a run. We continue to plead and wait to be heard. The reasons to kill our people are just completely absurd. The video is there as evidence for officials to take a look. Is justice blind when the truth is there and the killers are still let off the hook? This has already gotten out of hand. Living in 2020, life-threatening fears for just being a Black man. We are facing an uncovered, unmasked version of the Ku Klux Klan. No longer covered in sheets, our oppressors and murderers kill us in the streets. I continuously ask myself time after time, is justice really blind? It's time to stand up and stand out to the unjust and unfair ways of our nation, to immediately stop the crying and frustration of our community, of our country and our community. It's time to come together and stand up in unity. I'm calling everyone to action, to stand up for one another, to save the precious lives of our Black, strong and intelligent brothers. It's been a long and treacherous road, but we must keep moving and pushing forward until peace, justice, and equality really do unfold. Thank you.
I mean, that was great. It gets better and better every time I hear it. I think this like our third or fourth time hearing it, and every time it just hits. Thank you for the beautiful poem.
Powerful.
So, is there anything special you want to tell us about the poem?
So over the weekend, I submitted my poem to the NAACP AXO competition, and so I competed in the two categories: poetry performance as well as poetry written. And we had our award ceremony to find out who would be going to nationals. And the good news is that I made nationals in both categories.
Congratulations.
Let's go. Us influencers love not influencing, supporting other influencers and just like friends in general. I think we're so proud of you. Keep doing your thing. I hope you do great in nationals. So I believe you said why you wrote it, but we're getting more viewers. Would you like to say why you wrote the poem again?
Sure. So originally, I've always wanted to encompass everything that's been going on in our Black community in one poem. But with the death of Ahmaud Arbery, that kind of struck a special nerve. So I went up to my bedroom one day a couple weeks ago, and I just sat there writing, and the words started to flow. And then I also started to research, and then I was just crying. And so that's what inspired me to write it.
Okay.
And how long exactly did it take you to write it?
It took me a day. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
See, that would have took me like a couple months to write. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh. That's straight facts. That's just amazing. Yeah. The talent, how I feel like writing today. The words are speaking to me. Boom, boom, boom.
Beautiful, powerful.
I really enjoy nationals. That's crazy. And so with all this other, injustices going around, obviously, we're having riots throughout America and like the George Floyd situation. What are your thoughts about that?
So originally when I heard about George Floyd, the video had me in tears because it was another person who was murdered, like brutally murdered right before people's eyes, despite the cameras. And I just feel that people are finally beginning to just continue to stand up and stand out and to protest against these kind of things because Black lives do matter. And yes.
Yes. Okay. We love that opinion. Well, thank you so much, Ayana, for joining us today. We thank you. Come back again for if you make another beautiful poem you want to read for us. Forever part of the Virtual Village Literacy Gang. Thank you so much.
And we will see you tomorrow.
We will.
Yes, tomorrow. I'm excited.
Right.
Thank you guys.
All right.
Bye. Wow, that was a great poem, Paul.
Yeah, and when she kept repeating how justice and it's just us, like it's just us against these crimes that are committed against us. So like having and the line that really stuck out that I always like hear is how she said that you never hear about white on white crime, but you mainly hear about black on black crime, and that's just really effective. Like that one line is really effective.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, Paul. Every time I hear that line, it's like I said, it's like a hit, Like I really felt that one out of most of the lines because I mean, stereotypical, that's like what the news does portray, like a whole bunch of black on black crime. And to be honest, it's like to nullify and make dirty our image of black people. But if you really look into the statistics, white on white crime rates are much higher. But you know what? We just gotta stay strong, especially in times like this. In times like this, I actually see more unity between African American people, which is a beautiful thing. And I just hope that we be able to unite and then make a change.
Yes, and we will continue to expand on these problems on Teen Takeover tomorrow.
Yeah, so please join in for Teen Takeover. But we have another great reader in the bag waiting to come out. So let's go ahead and bring Miss Wilkerson up.
Hi there.
Hey.
How are you all doing? You all are doing a great job.
Thank you
so much.
Very proud of you.
Thank you.
So, Miss Wilkerson, how is your day going so far?
I have no complaints today. It is interesting to see the nation erupting. You try to keep yourself calm. You try to make a change. You try to do what you have to do. But everything's fine.
Everything's fine. That's good. That's good.
It's going to be rough for a while. We need to realize that, right?
Yes.
But it's going to get better.
2020 has been a rough year so far, and
It has, but you know what's a pretty bright spot?
What?
You all, team takeover, you all getting up here. I mean, you have so much poise. I'm telling you, when I was your age, I did not have that much poise. I couldn't do what you're doing now. I am so impressed, and I'm so proud of you. And you are the change.
Thank you so much.
I'm glad to have you up here.
Thank you so much. We're gonna have fun today.
Yes, we are. So,
all right.
What do you have presented for us today?
All right, so I found this book, and the book looks like maybe it's for young people, but when I read the book, I'm like, this could be for anybody. I mean, this really could be for anybody. So it's entitled, Hey Black Child. It's written by Eugene Perkins, and he's worked a lot in civil rights and Boys and Girls Club and lives in Chicago. His father was a sculptor. So that's how he got into the art really, really early, right? Yeah. And he has done so many things in the civil rights arena. He's been part of a museum management team at one time. He just has done some great things, and he's written a lot of books. And actually, this is not a book. Actually, this is a poem, again, called Hey Black Child. Okay, and the illustrations are pretty cool.
Okay, well, we're going to go ahead, let you go ahead and take over. Me and Paul are going to drop out.
All right. Thank you so much. Again, it's entitled, Hey, Black Child. Hey, Black Child, do you know who you are? Who you really are? Look at those pictures. Do you know you can be what you want to be? If you try to be, you can what you can be. Hey, Black Child, do you know where you're going, where you are really going? Do you know you can learn what you want to learn if you try to learn what you can learn? Hey, Black Child, do you know you are strong? I mean, really strong. Do you know you can do what you want to do if you try to do what you can do? Hey, Black Child. Be what you can be. Learn what you must learn. Do what you can do. And tomorrow, your nation will be what you want it to be. Hey, Black Child. So it applies to the children, but it applies to us as well, right? Anybody, you can never, ever, you don't ever have to stop learning, right?
Yeah.
Yes, most definitely.
That's why I loved it. Hey, Black Child.
And it's really expressing how there is no limitation for any Black person in general.
Correct.
That's what I really like about this poem.
We've got to let people know that they can soar, they can be the best, they can do whatever. Nothing can hold you back. Nothing. Unless it's in your mind, you know.
Yes, only the mind can stop you.
Correct. So I enjoyed that book. And like I said, I hope us old folk will take it to heart as well as the young people.
Yeah.
Most definitely, yes. I enjoyed that poem very much, especially when it says learn what you must learn, because I feel like knowing our past is so important to make a better future.
Yes, yeah. That was when they were sitting there like in the classroom. I think it was when he said, learn what you must learn. I can't find it now, but you're exactly right. Because if you don't, what do they say? If you don't learn your history, you're doomed to repeat it.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And Perhaps we see some of that going on right now in the world.
Mm.
So so it's a cool point. There it is right there. Learn what you must learn. So he's telling everybody you have to learn certain things. I mean, that's just life.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty cool poem.
I definitely agree. And so we had someone from Clever Communities in Action say, awesome, our children are most valuable asset and they must be protected.
Yes.
Amen. That's right. Well, that's what we have to learn. I said a long time ago, I don't think there's any problem that our children have that adults can't solve.
Mm.
That's just me, but that's what I believe.
Adults just need to listen to children's problems, and children need to listen to adult problems.
Do you think that happens?
Time to time, I mean.
Rarely, a couple times.
A couple of times.
Yeah.
Do you think that it happens more often when you come like you're rational and you've thought out your point? If you got certain points in your head, you've thought out what you're going to say. You're not just screaming and yelling and going berserk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
That sets it up better for a conversation from the young people and from the older people, correct?
Yes, I believe so. If there's like both parties are nice, calm, and collected, we can have like both great conversations.
That's right. We have to, you're exactly right. We have to listen to each other. I think that's what's going on in the world right now. People are realizing they have to listen to one another. So many times you're going to speak, and if somebody's talking to you, you're already thinking about what you're going to say before they even finish talking. Mm-hmm. That's not good. You're not listening, right?
Yeah, that's such a true statement what you just said, though.
Yeah, you're already thinking, oh, I'm going to say so and so and so. No, please listen to me. Just listen to me.
Wait.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So, Ms. Wilkerson, we would like to know your input on how do you feel about what is going on in the world right now, like with all these riots and the racism that is uprising right now.
So my soul feels heavy. Mm-hmm. It feels burdened, but it's as though this has to happen to make a change way before you all were thought of. There was a singer called Sam Cooke, and he wrote this song, and the song said, a change is going to come. And a change is going to come, but, change isn't always easy. Change isn't always polite. Change isn't always pretty. You have to go through some stuff. Like if a woman is birthing a child, she goes through pain, and then she gets that beautiful child. So I think that's what we have to remember, that if we're going to finally get it right, it's going to be some change, and it's not going to be pretty, but we have to go through that birth.
Yes. And as time will pass, it will just start to get better for us. I believe so.
Yeah.
We keep sending out prayers and all of the help that we can.
That's it. That's it. We have to do our part. Everybody has a part. We always want to look to the top and say, what are they doing or what are they not doing? But we have to look at ourselves and say, what are we doing? Are we talking to each other? Are we treating each other with respect? Are we explaining that? I had a phone call yesterday with a 75-year-old white woman, and she called me to check on me. And during that conversation, she told me about a conversation she had with another woman, another Black woman, and it went sideways. And she didn't understand why, because she was calling to check on the woman, right? And so she started saying certain things in the conversation. And I said, oh, that's why she didn't receive what you were telling her, because you said so and so and so and so. And so we were just breaking down certain points. Like at one point she said she listened to the lady, and then the lady says, and then she said to the lady, well, I understand you. I said, oh no, you can't say that to Black people, because you haven't walked in Black people's shoes. You don't know what it's like when you go in the store and you're accused of taking a fake bill. You think but you really don't know. And she sat there and she listened to me. She actually listened to me. And I think, and at one point she said, oh, she's like, I didn't have any slaves. I didn't have anything to do with that. I said, I know, but you still prosper off of systems that were put in place years ago. And she was like, oh, and then at the end of the conversation, it was the absolute best, because she says, at first, I didn't get it about Black Lives Matter. I'm thinking to myself, all lives matter. She said, but then now with what's going on, she said, I get it. I really get it. She said, and my girlfriend called and we were talking about it. And she said, I don't understand why they're saying Black Lives Matter. And she explained it to her. And then she says, the friend says, oh, I get it. I get it. So it's going to come about through conversation, but we can't get defensive. We can't get mad. We have to take our time with each other. That's what I think.
And we just need to sit back and just listen to each other and voice our input without being so hostile with
Correct.
our output. Yeah.
That's it. I think you all have nailed it on the head, young men.
Thank you. Well, Miss Wilkerson, you actually racked up some comments. Do you mind if we read some with you?
Oh, no. Go ahead.
All righty. Well, we got Get Like Shania, who said, welcome back, Miss Wilkerson.
Hey, Miss Shania.
Then we had Mr. Rodney Jordan. He said, thanks for sharing.
You know today is Rodney's birthday, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Rodney is like one of my BFFs for life. For real. So happy birthday, Rodney.
Yeah. Congratulations, Mr. Rodney. Then one of our influencers who just got through reading, Yana said, I'm excited. I love your energy, Miss Wilkerson.
Oh, Miss Diana, if I could write a poem the way you write a poem, maybe one day you can teach a class and I'll be on your class. Write a poem.
That's a good idea, actually.
I know, right? Then WNSB Hot 91.1 FM said, awesome. Our children are most valuable asset and they must be protected.
Yep.
Let's see. I'm sorry, my thing skipped. Ayana then posted again, you are an amazing reader as well as a wise person. I thank you for your words of wisdom.
Oh, thank you. I have to get a hug from you one day. I need that energy to flow from all of you, really. You all are great.
I'm going to let Paul take the next couple of them.
Okay.
All right. So Ms. Bridget Jackson says, say it. Systemic privilege, that was a good explanation.
Yeah, when people don't have your experience, they can't imagine what you're telling them. They just can't imagine it because that hasn't been their experience. So they have to stop and really listen to you.
Yes.
Yes, most
That's
definitely.
very important.
I know he told us not to say anything about it, but Miss Bridget Brown Jackson said, happy birthday, Mr. Rodney.
That's right. I'm going to call him out. Look, I'll take the blame. Okay. But it's his birthday and I'm calling him out.
I believe I accidentally cut Paul off saying something. Paul, were you saying something?
No, I was just saying that was really important. How we need to how they need to understand where our point of view is when it comes to the systemic privilege, where we don't have much of that, and so they just need to understand. The white people need to understand why we're so angry.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Paul, you want to take this one?
Mr. Joe and Angela Walden said, hello, family.
Hi, Mr. Joe. Hi, family.
Mr. Melvin Coleman says, great vibes. Yes.
Hey, Melvin. Thanks for checking in tonight. We appreciate it.
Miss Ayana, one of our virtual village influencers, said, I would love that.
So that means we got a date.
Yes.
And then
Miss Tiffany Sawyer says, happy Tuesday.
Hi, Miss Tiffany. Thank you for checking in tonight.
Yes, thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you. So Miss Wilkerson, I believe that's all that we have for you. We enjoyed the poem that you have read for us, and we hope to see you again in our next upcoming shows.
Hey, Black Child, you all are doing an amazing job. I'm extremely proud of you, and keep it going, okay?
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, bye. Just to expose Mr. Rodney one more time, we have another happy birthday comment.
I can't sing. So, I was going to sing happy birthday to you.
I didn't drink enough water to get my pipes ready.
You said what?
I said I didn't drink enough water. My pipes are they parched. You know, my singing voice is wet. Yeah, that's the only reason I'm joining you right there.
just left me like exposed for a second.
Yeah, I didn't mean to, Paul. I'm telling you, if I have soda right here. If I had water, I would have been with you. I'm so sorry, Paul.
It's all good. Okay, so this is Miss Regina Walden Penna said, this is such an improvement conversation to have. Yes.
Yeah, most definitely. We have to have these conversations in order to identify the problem, and then not only identify the problem, but find a solution to help ameliorate it.
Yes, and you never know who's watching. Somebody could watch and actually go up to and just spread the word. And so, yeah.
Yes. Let's see. I remember I read with Carter, the historian kid. So Carter, aka the historian kid, said he enjoyed you reading. This is one of his favorite books. Oh, that's nice. Well, tell Carter we said thank you. I hope to see him soon reading on here again. I really enjoyed when he read. I think he tag teamed when I was reading. He was reading with one of his friends, Chance. Yes. Oh, see, Paul, I got a whole comment for you. She said, "Sing, Paul, sing it."
I like that one verse that I just hit right there. That junk got me dry. So Q, I might need you to sip that soda, bro.
Me. Nah, it's not it. It's not it, Paul. I can't hit it today.
Voice still cracking. Like mine be cracking sometimes.
No, I don't want to mess up Mr. Rodney's birthday by my horrible singing.
No, we don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Another happy birthday to Mr. Rodney. We might need to know how old Mr. Rodney is.
I mean, if you'd like to tell us, we'll definitely like to answer. I mean, he's obviously a wise man. I feel like we should know how wise he is at such a young age.
Yeah.
But we have.
Is it 26?
Yeah, I think so. 26. I mean, you could tell he hits the gym like at least 10 times a week minimum. I mean,
on a good week, he'll like hit the gym like 50 times a week. Yeah.
I mean, that's my motivation right there. I wake up and I was like, man, Mr. Rodney, that's a successful Black man right there. Let me try to follow his footsteps. So thank you, Mr. Rodney, for this opportunity, and thank you, Ms. Stark, for this opportunity for us joining the virtual village.
All right, so should we go to our next topic?
Yeah, our next reader. I think we have another influencer reading, right? Jameer's supposed to be reading, right? Or is it Kalia? Did Ayana say she had another poem?
No.
Trinity, I think Trinity did say she was gonna bring some heat with the book. I mean, is it Jen Uno? I think it's supposed to be Jen. I think it's supposed to be the man Jen Uno Paul who's supposed to read tonight.
Let me go get him, bro. Hold on.
All right, I'm gonna take him off the screen so we can go ahead and wait, and then I think we just got the Jen Uno with us. We're live, him in the flesh, guys. I hope you guys are tuning in because this is a special moment right here. You don't get to see him every day. This is not your everyday character, so we gotta hype him up as much as possible. And then he got the book with him. He got the book, bro. Oh my gosh. This is a special show for you guys. I'm so glad you guys are tuned in. You guys are definitely here for a treat. Jen Uno, I got a question for you, sir. I got a question because I am a fan. I subscribe. I like every video. So how are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing good, you know what I'm saying? I can't complain. Just been making content lately. And yeah, I've just been vibing, I've been chilling.
Yes, sir, Jen Uno. I love that question. Now, what book do you have ready for the Virtual Village Community 2020 today?
So today we have The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind.
Okay. I see you. And so are Jen Uno, are you ready? Whoa, Jen Uno, I see you got some fans. Jen Uno. Go subscribe to Paul's YouTube channel, Jen Uno. Go do that ASAP.
Yes. Go support.
Yes. We love to see it. So are you ready? Are you ready to read the book for us, Jen Uno? Because this is such a privilege.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and hop off.
All right. So today My throat hurts from that. Like I can't hold that voice for too long. So today we have the boy who harnessed the wind. Okay. So he dreamed of. Oh wait. Oh, I'm all over the place right now. So it says in a small village in Malawi, where people had no money for lights, Nightfall came quickly and hurried poor farmers to bed. But for William, the darkness was best for dreaming. So here's the village. He dreamed of building things and taking them apart, like trucks with bottle cap wheels parked under his bed and pieces of radios that he'd crack open and wonder if I can hear the music, then where is the band? Um, his grandpa's tales of magic also whispered in the pitch black of his room. Which planes passed which planes passed through the window while ghost dancers around twirled, twirled around the room as if hundred as if 100 men were inside their bodies. So here are the witch planes and the ghosts. And he has his bottle cap radios underneath here. I mean the bottle cap trucks and the radios. All right. At dawn in the fields, William scanned the maze. The maze rose for magical beings, then wondered as a truck rumbled past, how does its engine make it go? Pay attention where you throw that hoe. Pay attention where you throw that hoe, his father shouted. You'll cut your foot off. So here's a truck, and then here's William. For all its power over dancers and flying things, magic could not bring the rain. Without water, the sun rose angry each morning and scorched the fields, turning maize into dust. Without food, Malawi began to starve. Wow. So I guess the sun dried up all of the cornfields, and now they don't have any food. Soon William's father gathered the children and said, from now on, we eat only one meal per day. Make it last. In the evening, they sat around the lantern and ate their handful, watching hungry people pass like spirits along the roads. Money also disappeared with the rain. Pipani, his father, said, I'm sorry. You will have to drop out of school. Now William stood on the road and watched the lucky students pass, alone with the monster in his belly and a lump in his throat. For weeks, he sulked under the mango tree until he remembered the library down the road, a gift from the Americans. So here are the lucky students with their parents that have them pay to go to school. And then I guess here's William and his family sitting around the lantern. He found science books filled with brilliant pictures. With his English dictionary close by, William puts together how engines moved those big trucks, and how radios pulled their music from the sky. But the greatest picture of all was a machine taller than the tallest tree with blades like a fan. A giant pinwheel? Something to catch magic. Slowly he built the sentence, windmills can produce electricity and pump water. So this is how he became interested in building a windmill. He closed his eyes and saw a windmill outside of his home, pulling electricity from the breeze and bringing light to the dark valley. It's all about imagination. That's what I'm getting right here. He saw the machine drawing cool water from the ground, sending it gushing through the thirsty fields, turning the maize tall and green. Even when farmers' prayers for rain went unanswered, the windmill was more than a machine. It was a weapon to fight hunger. Majesty Amifepo, he whispered, I will build electric wind. So here's how the windmill is working. In the junkyard, pieces appeared, like rusted treasures of in the tall grass. A tractor fan, some pipe, and bearings and bolts that required every muscle to move. Tonga, he shouted to the birds and the spiders, holding up his prize. But as William dragged his metals home, people called out, "This boy is Misala. Only crazy people play with trash." So here are the people in the back, and they are judging William as he is gathering the materials he needs to build his windmill. After many weeks, William arranged his pieces in the dirt. A broken bicycle, rusted bottle caps, and plastic pipe. Even a small generator that powered a headlight on a bike. His materials. For 3 days, he bolted, banged, and tinkered while chickens squawked and dogs barked. And neighbors shook their heads saying, "What's Masala doing now?" His cousin Jeffrey and best friend Gilbert soon appeared. Muli Bonji, they greeted. "Can we help with electric wind?" "Grab your pangas and follow me," he said, and took them into the forest. Together they swung their sharp blades into the trunks of blue gum trees, then hammered them together to make the tower. Standing atop, William shouted, "Bring it up," while the boys tugged and heaved. A crowd gathered below and gazed at the strange machine that now leaned and wobbled like a clumsy giraffe. Some giggled, others teased, but William waited for the wind. Like always, it came. First a breeze, then a gusting gale. The tower swayed and blades spun around. So as you can see, it started to work. With sore hands, once slowed by hunger and darkness, William connected wires to a small bulb, which flicked at first and surged as bright as the sun. So his idea is working. Wachita bueno, a man yelled. "Well done." As the doubters clapped and cheered, William knew he had just begun. Light could not fill the empty bellies, but another windmill could soak the dry ground, creating food where there once was none. Majesty Mefepo, electric wind can feed my country, William thought. And that was the strongest magic of them all. Of all. And that is The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind. That was by William Kamkwamba and Brian Mueller. Pictures by Elizabeth Zunin.
Wow, thank you so much, Januno, for that amazing book. You know, you as well racked up the comments. I don't know why I just said college. Miss Jackson said, "I love this energy tonight. Paul, that's one of my faves."
Yes.
She also said that is a movie too. Jen Uno, great selection. I think it's on Netflix, I believe.
I didn't see it. I might need to watch that.
I know. I think that's what I might do tonight. Then one of our fellow influencers, Miss Trinity, said, "Hey, Q and Paul." And then she kindly said, "You are doing well, Paul."
Thank you.
Miss Sims, good job, Paul.
Thank you.
Miss Ayana, you're doing fantastic.
I appreciate it.
Miss Star, great job, Paul, aka Jen Uno.
Thank you, Miss Star.
Once again, happy birthday to Mr. Rodney.
26-year-old. He's turning 26 today.
Yes, sir. Miss Sawyer said, way to go, Paul.
Thank you, Miss Sawyer.
And also, she said the influencers bring it every week, and we're definitely going to bring it tomorrow. And guess who's hosting? Us two again. So, you know what? I know you love the energy tonight, so you're definitely going to love it tomorrow. And then we're going to have higher. Of course, it's going to be higher, even more.
Higher every time.
We increase every day. Like every day I wake up and I'm like, it's like you're trying to reach 100%. I'm at 60 right now, so I can get even litter.
I think I'm already at 100.
You're at 100.
I could go higher though. Like,
oh, most definitely.
We breaking meters.
Yeah. And then Miss Sims gave us a nice hand clap because that was a great book you just read. Thank you so much. And then how did you like the book yourself?
I liked how he used his ideas to create change. Like with Malcolm X, how he had his own ideas on how. No, actually, I'll go to a different leader. So, I'll break it down what I'm trying to say here. So it all started where I was in history and I saw how Mohandas Gandhi, he inspired the peaceful protest, right? And so with the peaceful protest, his own ideologies has influenced Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, and it's just saying that these ideas can cause change. So any idea that you may have that you feel that can better your community or just a small village that you may be living in, it can go a great way like towards your goal. So
I most definitely agree with that. And I think he even said in the book the kids laughed at him a little for that. But you know what? He just stuck to his guns. He was like, "This is what I'm doing," and he stuck to it. And that's how you make change in the world. You gotta know what you want to do and stick to it. Write it out.
Yes. Gotta ignore all the haters.
Exactly. We don't listen to the haters. They're just there to motivate us some more.
Yeah.
To not fire. We got to get litter, man. I feel like we lit, but we could get it up a little bit more.
Let's bring it up.
Let's bring it up. Then Mr. Michael said, "Great job. Thank you so much." Because definitely trying to bring it hard tonight. And then Miss Sims said again, "Okay, making connections and meaning." Okay, she said, "Okay, I see you, Jen Uno." She was like, "I see you." She's like, "I peeped the game." She had the binoculars on. She's like, "I see you." All right. So with that, we say thank you for joining us. But before we leave, I know we got more viewers. And if you didn't hear what we said before, cop the merch.
The merch. But what about Juneteenth?
Juneteenth, yeah, most definitely. So we are gathered together in the wonderful month of June, and we have a calendar of things to do for Juneteenth. So you can see that on the Clever Communities website. Also, you can get the merch from the Clever Communities website. It's www.clevercommunities.org, and you can see our merch, see our calendar. We post on Twitter and we post on Instagram what we're doing. I think yesterday we were meditating. I can pull it up real quick. That's right there on my phone. Let's see. So today was day 2. Speak life into every Black teen and child that you encounter today. So you guys encountered us. Drop the comments. And day 3, meditate, which is today. No, I'm sorry. Day 3 will be tomorrow. And day 3 will be meditate on 5 things you are grateful for in your life. So that's what you do tomorrow. Post that on Instagram, Facebook. Make sure you tag us in it. Thank you. We'll repost it on our Instagram to show you guys that we see the love that you're bringing us constantly. And cop the merch. Check out us on Juneteenth. Paul, you got anything else to say?
With Juneteenth, the purpose is to just better ourselves and better the community. And so we're basically reaching out expanding our input, and we're just trying to influence and help everybody better themselves. So yeah.
Yes, sir. And I'm quite sure we know what Juneteenth is, but hey, she said, I like to hear it, Paul. We like it. And then Mr. Michael said, I would love to have the two of you on my station, WNSB. Wow, that's big. That is big right there, sir. Thank you very much for the offer. And I'm sure
I'd love to do that.
Yeah, I would love to do it too, most definitely, sir. Thank you
You
so
gotta
much.
put in the star the information on that though.
Yes, sir. With that, we ask you to please contact Miss Star. Contact her. You know, we're on
Just contact her through Clever Communities in action, the website, or through Facebook.
Yes, what you said, because I had the biggest brain fart. I'm so sorry.
It's all good. I got you.
So, just in case if you guys don't know what Juneteenth is, so July 4th, 1776 is when the colonial people, when they got their freedom, but us Black people, African Americans, were still on the plantation, tending to the field and the house working. But then Juneteenth came later, many years later. I forgot the exact date. I want to say it was around June 19th, 18th. I'm sorry. I won't give you guys the wrong date. I don't want to give you guys wrong information. But the point is that we got our freedom later, and it was somewhere around June-ish. So we call it Juneteenth. So that's just our liberation, and it's like our Independence Day. So we ask you guys to join us throughout our month-long celebration, and thank you guys so much. Paul, any last words, or should we hit the intro?
All I would say is just stay updated on the news and try to learn from it. Try to learn how to avoid these certain situations that may lead to tragedy. So just stay safe and try to protect your mind from all these horrible events that may be going on, and stay strong. That's all I got to say.
Most definitely, guys. And with that, we would like to say thank you so much for tuning in, and have a great rest of your day.
Yes.
Look, mommy, community in action, but oh my, let us down to that. Look, daddy, there's a book for me too, but oh my, let us down to that. Creative, affirming, and culture for me too. Look, granny, let us down to that. Look, granny, let us down to that. Look, granny, let us down to that. Learning and exploring about history, you see. Look, mommy, let us down to that. We confident, we practice and develop fluency. Look, daddy, let us down to that. Families, they bond and they representing me. Look, granny, let us down to that. Look, I'm here, let us down to that. Nice, I see, let us down to that. So reliable, culturally relevant. Sit back and listen to the wisdom while we represent. So reliable, culturally relevant. Readers to leaders, they hold it down where they have to sit. So reliable, culturally relevant. Sit back and listen to the wisdom while you represent. So reliable, culturally relevant. Readers to leaders, they hold it down, yeah, they have to sit. Look, mommy, community in action. Well, oh my, let us down to that. Look, daddy, there's a book for me too. Well, oh my, let us down to that.